Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Real Estate Talk Show, your source for all things real estate. I have here with me Mark Weisleder. And before the break, Mark, we were talking about the MLS and the fact that they're saying, okay, realtors out there, no more posting sold. So we've decided to bring in Phil Beecher, who is a top producing realtor. He's with Right at Home Realty. He's also a member of RealPro Canada, which is the Real Estate Professional Network. And that is an organization that highlights the top realtors in the industry nationally. So Phil, welcome to the program. We're putting you in the hot seat here.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron.
So we've already got Mark's perspective from a legalese, but now we want to hear a little bit in terms of, as a realtor, what do you think the aspect that they're cracking down now on realtors saying, listen, if you don't abide by the rules, we're shutting your websites down. Do you think that that's okay? And what do you think of the ruling into itself? Do you think you should be able to post solds?
Well, and it has to be consistent, I believe, along all playing fields and fair is the main thing.
Okay.
We are regulated by regulating boards, Real Estate Council of Ontario and Toronto, and the TREB system regulates the rules, and we have to follow the rules. But the information is available. Like someone in the public can go out and get the sold information on their own. But we are bound by following the rules, so we have to be consistent and fair all along the boards. It can't be just one realtor supplies it and someone else doesn't. It has to be fair. Having said that, the information is out there, and it perhaps that will change and we'll catch up with the rest of the world eventually.
You sound like Mark. Mark's grinning over here. Look at you, love that. Yeah, I think everybody agrees. The Pandora's box has been open. And Mark, is this something that is national across Canada? This lack of access for the public in terms of solds, meaning where realtors are allowed to report it, or is this just a Ontario thing only?
Oh no, it is national. That's
okay.
why the Competition Bureau got involved in the first place.
Right.
This will have impact across Canada.
All right. So this is a case precedent, situation here. But there are a lot of realtors, I do believe, because I myself have gone onto websites, and a lot of people are misbehaving. They are indeed reporting solds, and we call that bragging rights. I mean, you have to admit, Phil, when you have successfully sold something, it is something that you're proud of, and to be able to showcase the fact that you got close to whatever 98% or 100% or over asking, but more importantly, to educate your clients more than ever. That's what you realtors are doing. It's a nice thing to have in your back pocket, but you're restricted. You're not allowed to.
That's true, and as long as you have consent from the homeowner to written consent to do certain things, it should be okay. But the problem is, we're regulated by TREB, and they create the rules, so it's almost like a rolling stop. You're at a stop sign, and maybe you stop and go, but sometimes you might roll through the stop sign and go.
And as Mark was saying earlier too, I mean, it's not just the seller that you have to get permission of. You actually have to get permission from that new buyer that's bought the home. Yeah. And I think that just good luck with that one. I mean, I think that's a challenge unto itself. So for yourself, I mean, you're actively out there. You have a successful business. Do you hope that the rules change? Would you like your clients to have this access?
I think it's out there already, and they can access it. And if Toronto Real Estate Board was to open it up, it might be a good thing, because there is a lot of information online from different sectors, different businesses, and we should kind of embrace that, I think. But we just, unfortunately, we have to follow the rules this time.
Because, Phil, I can come to you and say, I'm looking for a property, and you can say, no problem, have a seat, and you can pull out comparables, and you can actually tell me what things sold for. So technically, by working with you, you can give me all of that information. But that's the point. It's doing it, working with the realtor. Mark, I mean, this is something that I know you agree that it's just a matter of time. Look at a Zillow. Look at a Trulia in the States. Those are successful web access information. I mean, they have everything. I mean, we think the walking score is a big deal here. I mean, go on those sites and see the information that you can attain and learn when you're just kind of investigating a neighborhood. I like it.
For me, there's already a ton of information out there. So as an example, you can go to some realtor websites and they'll show you a video map, how close this property is going to be to the GO station, how close it is to the subway, to the Starbucks, if that's important to you. And so to me, the neighborhood, schools, churches, synagogue, that's more important, because you're building a home. It's not, for me, the house down the street sold for X dollars. I must have that. There's a lot of information already available that will help you make that purchasing decision already.
And even more reason to use an expert like Phil,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
He likes that idea. All right. Well, we have to wrap up. Phil, thanks for coming. We kind of put you in the hot seat here, but it's important for people to understand what the subject matter is about. I mean, this is in the courts, and as you always say, Mark, we know who's getting wealthy from these types of cases. But what I love is your frankness and the fact that it's just about finding solutions. But I agree with Phil. Everybody should play fair. Rules are rules, whether you like them or not. Then we need to do something about changing those rules collectively. Do you think? Yeah, you're just nodding. You're staying silent on that one.
Yeah. Like to me, a settlement would be great. Save the legal fees. Move on.
Move on. All right. And how about you, Phil?
Yeah, I think I agree with what was echoed here. It's makes sense.
All right, Phil Beecher, how can people get a hold of you, of course, to use your exceptional services?
Oh, they can call me anytime or go on the website, beecherrealestate.ca.
Excellent. And of course, Mark, how can everybody find you?
Just my own website, markweisledder.com.
Excellent. Thank you, gentlemen, for hanging out with me.
Thanks, Aaron.
All right, everybody, we're going to be right back. But just remember, if you have questions, well, we will try and get the answers. We'll bring experts like Phil and Mark. So, of course, you can reach out on our website, which is realestatetalkshow.ca, or you can call our help desk anytime at 844-ASK-RETS. That's 844-ASK-RETS, and we'll be right back.